Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode. This is like number 105 or something like that. Anyway, I've got stuff to show you and let's get right into it. So, got lucky this week. This is the second week in a row I found a chase piece, and I found two super treasure hunt 52 Chevy trucks. Man, actually, to tell you the truth, man, this super looks really nice in person. Way nicer than I thought it looked in pictures. I actually found two of them. One was on a pretty much dead mint card. This other one had a little has a little soft corner right there. Not a big deal. But then my buddy Suresh on the same night found a super as well, and his was on a very bent card, and he's a carded collector, and of course I'm going to open one, so I just gave him my dead mint one for this one so we could go ahead and open it up in the second half of the video. So we will take a look at this super up close, and I gotta tell you, man, I really wasn't that excited about it when I saw it in pictures, but in person it looks very nice, and hopefully that'll translate on the camera when we get to see it rolling around. So there is that. So I got a regular, of course, too, so we can go ahead and open up that one and look at them together. Of course, that's always fun. And then I also picked up a 3-pack. I picked up this guy right here, specifically, obviously, for this Veneno right here in the middle. This is a multi-pack exclusive. So this Lamborghini, I picked up this pack just so I could to get that car. So obviously, I don't even know what that casting is on the bottom. Some weird casting, but we'll open up this in the second half of this video. And then I also found in store the newest, like, Stars and Stripes 50th series. Stars and Stripes series. This is the second installment of the Stars and Stripes. There was a Stars and Stripes series out, I think it was last year or maybe the year before. And these are the only two I wanted, both Pontiacs. You got the Pontiac GTO and the Pontiac Firebird. And of course, we're going to go ahead and open them in the second segment of the video. So I just got the H and the S. Bunch of HS. Alright, so there's that. And let's see here. One more store-found item. My Meyer stocked a M case from 2016. 2016 M case, which has that in it. So I picked that up, and then I'm like, wait, I can't leave a wagon behind for $1. Why? So I picked it up, and then it is an error. There is some flashing left behind. It's a pretty egregious amount of flashing left in the fender well. It's actually pushing the wheel forward. It's kind of a common error, so it's not really that major or anything, but I'll show you it up close in the second half of the video. And I just picked that up in case somebody really wanted it, because I don't collect errors at all. So there's that. Oh, and my buddy Suresh hooked me up with one of these. Is a kind of a little late birthday present. A gold Camaro from the 50th series. I never really got a chance to hunt for these too hard, so they just showed up at, you know, Dollar Generals at first and all that stuff, and I never really got a chance to go looking for them too much, and never found one. So he went ahead and picked one up for me and gave it to me as a birthday gift. So that was pretty awesome of you, bud. And of course, we're gonna open it up in the second segment of the video. So far, all Hot Wheels here. Then let's see, what else should I show you? We'll show you the Kyosho stuff real quick. I got 3 Kyoshos. These were all eBay purchased. Very, very nice, and I'm glad I got them. We were definitely going to look at these in detail in the second half of the video, but you got a Ferrari, essentially a Ferrari Testarossa, a Ferrari 512, and then a Porsche, what is it, 944, and then a Lamborghini, I think it's a Veneno Roadster is what it is. So it's actually like a kind of convertible not convertible version, whatever, roadster version of that Hot Wheels car that's in the exclusive 3-pack, whatever. All right, so we're going to take a look at all 3 of those cars for sure. And I'm excited to get these off of their bases and set them up to take some really cool pictures of them. I love Kyosho, as you guys know. I got these all for a good price. I think this is the only one I really had to kind of like bid up for, was this one. They had it in other colors available on eBay, but I wanted this kind of like silverish one the most, so went after it and got it. So there's that. And then I got from my buddy Andrew, who's a fellow van lover, such as myself. I got a few things from him, including this guy right here, this Dodge A100 76. I had gotten fairly recently the other one from him, the blue and orange one, and now he had an extra of the red and white one, so had to snag it, and he traded it to me. So thank you very much, Andrew, for that. He also traded me a Matchbox van, this purple one. I'm not sure when this was released, but we'll roll it by the camera in the second half of the video. I don't have a lot of this Matchbox Chevy van casting, but it's, you know, it's a van, so obviously if I see one that's in you know, mint condition loose or whatever, a carded one that I don't have, I will definitely snag them when I can. So there's that. And then he also hooked me up with this Matchbox, which I already have, except for this is the variation with the dirt bike on the back. So as you may or may not know, there's a variation with like jerry cans on the back and a spare tire, and then there's this version with a dirt bike on the back. And I found a lot of the jerry can ones, and I didn't see any of these yet, so glad to have that. Thank you very, very much for that. And then he also hooked me up with this Dub City 5 Deep, which is like all vans. Packaging is in very rough condition. Hopefully the cars are going to be okay. It looks like some dust got in there and whatnot. But this thing right here, so there's 5 vans. And I'm not going to open this in the second half of the video just for time constraints, because we have a lot to look at. I will do a separate video on these Dub City 5 Deeps, and it might really release it around the same time as the weekly video. I'm not sure. Side note, I'm filming on a Thursday night right now because my weekend's going to be nuts busy. Probably won't release this video until Saturday afternoon. But, yeah, not like you really needed to know that, but it's Thursday. All right, so I will also film a video probably right after I'm done with this one. I'll probably film a video on these 5 cars on this little set. Why not? And then that was it from Andrew. I also got a package in the mail from a guy that has a like hobby shop that's in a town south of mine in the Sheboygan Falls area. Real cool dude. I haven't really got a chance to talk to him too much, but he's in our little local diecast club here, and he's going to start coming to meets and stuff like that, hopefully. But he's got a whole shop. I haven't been to it, but I was able to kind of browse some things that he had on eBay and kind of told him what I was interested in, and he put together some stuff for me, and I, you know, paid him outside of eBay, so it saves him the fees, and I got a little discount, whatever. So, SC Diecast, check him out on Facebook if you want to. He is a hobby dealer, so he does get all sorts of new stuff. He's got an eBay, which is, I think it's Oldies Junkie 77. Pretty good prices on stuff there, so check him out there too if you want to purchase from him. Anyway, nice packing and everything, great service, and I'm satisfied. So here, I'll show you what I got from him. I'm going to start with these here. I got a bunch of Johnny Lightning Firebirds. So I got this one here, and then these 3. And I apologize to you Firebird lovers, but I am not going to open these up in the second half of the video because I am going to do kind of a Johnny Lightning Firebird feature special. That's one reason. Another reason is I simply don't have anywhere to put them loose right now. What's behind me here is a complete mess. I need to get rid of all this carded stuff, and I need to put up more Plano cases. So hopefully I'll be able to get, these are in rows of 9. There's 2 rows of 9 back here, so that's 18 cases. If I can get another 18 cases up there, I'll have room for a lot more stuff to put on display. So that's the plan. Anyway, it'll be a while before I get them because it's going to be a little bit of an expense. But yeah, so I'll open those up then. I'll open these Firebirds up then. Well, not necessarily then when I get the cases, but when I decide to go ahead and do a Johnny Lightning Firebird video, which I've had kind of planned for a little while. I've got 2 more over peg hooked on the peg hook wall over there that I need to open too, and then I kind of can go over all the different Johnny Lightning Firebird toolings and make it a comprehensive video about Johnny Lightning Firebirds. So stick around for that at some point. All right, so there's those real quick, just in case you want to see them real quick again. But there are some cool ones, really cool ones to check off of the list. And these, the last 3 are 67 Firebirds. This has got a really cool metallic kind of maroon color, a white one, an orange one. All right, so there's that. And then, but 3 cars I will open that I got from him. There is another Firebird here. This is a Greenlight custom 1989 Firebird from the Greenlight Speed series, Pinks. That's kind of cool. It's got like mixed wheels on it. I'm really kind of interested in opening up this. This is a tooling that's been released quite a few times, but this is definitely unique in that it's a mixed wheel and is made after kind of a, must be a car that raced on this show, and I apologize, I'm not familiar with it, but we're going to open that up. Don't have any idea what it's limited to or anything. I'm assuming it's numbered. Oh, it's got to be an older Greenlight too, because it's got the green post. So that's neat. And then this is a new Greenlight, this King Cobra. Saw this thing, just had to get it, and I am really glad that I got it in this color. There is like a white one out of this, but this black one that almost looks Bandit Trans Amish in color. Just, I mean, in the packaging, this thing looks fantastic. I cannot wait to get it out. So we'll definitely take a look at that. And then, boom, Speed Machines. Sweet Jaguar XJ220. So this is one of those castings I loosely collect. Anytime I see a variation of it I don't have, I try to get it, and I would like to have all of them. There's only a couple of difficult ones. This is one of the Speed Machines. That's a difficult one. There's some 5-pack ones that are probably just going to be kind of a pain to find just because were 5-packs exclusives. And yeah, there's another Speed Machines, a white one that I still need to get. But Speed Machines, as you may or may not know, typically are pretty pricey. So I paid, well, I paid a couple bucks for this one. I think I paid 15 bucks for it. So not bad. And I'm cheap, so I don't know if you guys have figured that out from watching my videos. All right, so there is that. So again, Johnny Lightning is going to be in a separate video. The Dub City 5 Deep is going to be in a separate video, but the rest of the stuff we're going to go ahead and take a close look at right now. All right, let's start by taking a close look at these vans real quick. 76, so this is the one I just got right here. Get the Spirit, Dodge A100. He got it loose, I think, off eBay and then traded it to me. It's in pretty good shape. Minor little tampo flaw in there, but not a big deal at all. Glad to check this Dodge A100 off my list, which I'm slowly getting through. All the variations of that, which is awesome. And then this is the one I got a while back. This was on a card, but the blister was cracked, so he got a really smoking deal on it, and then gave it to me for that same price. So thank you very much, Andrew, for forever helping me with my van collection. So awesome. He picks up spare ones all the time when he sees them at a good price, and hooks up fellow people who enjoy the van. So very awesome to get, and really cool. So thank you very much again, and there's those. All right, next up we got just a couple of Matchbox vans. We got this purple one, pretty good shape. A little bit of the chrome's coming off on the front, not a big deal at all. Looks good. Real basic van casting. I know there's probably a ton of variations of this out there. But whenever I see one I don't have, I will definitely grab it. So there's that. And then just real brief, you guys have seen this before, it's the latest Matchbox. There's a look at the dirt bike on the back. So For some reason, I had a little bit of trouble finding this particular variation. I don't know if one's more common than the other, but this one, for some reason, was tough for me. So, there is those. Now, let's take a look at some spectacular diecast. This Kyosho stuff. And, of course, stay tuned. We are going to get to the Hot Wheels. I will crack a super treasure hunt. For those folks of you that watch my videos that still have not branched out into other brands of diecast such as Kyosho, and that's fine. I mean, collect what you like, of course. I just, once you get one of these things, man, it's just like, come on, you want more, because they just look fantastic, and especially if you're a fan of like European sports cars. Kyosho is the way to go. I mean, there's no other brand really that makes European sports cars or European supercars in any sort of same fashion as Kyosho. I mean, Tamika Limited Vintage has great quality and everything. It's just these selections of vehicles are just not really up my alley. The tooling catalog that you get with Kyosho is fantastic. So if you want to see some more really nice Kyosho, take a look at Heavy Metal 164's channel. He shows a lot of it. I really dig it. So here is the Ferrari 512. Let me see here. The 512M. So this came in, this was available in 3 different colors, yellow, red, and silver. The yellow one obviously is what you're looking at here. It's very similar to the Testarossa. It's not the same, but it is very, very similar to that car in look and style. This has lens details on the rear, so those taillights are lensed. Got a little Ferrari logo right there. It's got lens details in the front. The headlights just look fantastic. The whole thing just looks fantastic. The wheels are a little crazy, but you know, that's early 90s for you. And this, of course, if you do or do not know, these cars are actually sold as model kits because of Championdjk Group having the exclusive diecast licensing for Ferrari. The loophole in that is release a model kit and you can get around it. So very simple model kit, not like it's something that's very hard to put together. You pop some seats in and do all that. I've never had to actually put one together, but I'm guessing they're super easy to do. And here's obviously a put together one. I could probably take it apart if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. So here is this vehicle in yellow, and it's just, I'm really stoked to add this Ferrari to my collection. So as far as Ferrari diecast goes, I mean, you cannot beat Kyosho. All right, next up we got the Porsche 944. This thing is no slouch either as far as how accurate it looks. Again, you get lens detail in the back, so you got inserted taillights. You don't really need inserted headlights, but I think actually those little bottom, yeah, like the fog lights down here, I think is what you'd call them, is those are inserts and look pretty cool. The wheels, of course, are appropriate for the vehicle. You know, it just looks good. This one actually has a fairly detailed base. A lot of Kyoshos don't have a very detailed base. A lot of times it's just like kind of a flat piece of plastic black, and that doesn't matter because there's so much detail packed into the top half of the car that who really looks at the base of these cars anyway. Another thing with Kyosho is typically you're not going to see any opening features. And that is fine too, because who really needs it? You do sometimes have some fragile parts like the mirrors and stuff like that, because they all have side view mirrors where appropriate and all of that. Lots of little tampa work, little Porsche logo on there. Just a very detailed car. I mean, it pretty much looks like the real thing in 1/64 scale. This vehicle was available in 3 different colors: black, silver, and red. And of course, you're looking at the silver one, and actually this is the one I would want out of the 3 for sure. So there's that car. And then this thing that I'm about to show you is just sick. I mean, look at this thing. Wild. So Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. Yeah. Where to begin? This thing is ultra detailed. Just take a look at that. Take a look at the rear of this thing. That's insanity right there in die-cast form. The base of this car, again, is just basic plastic, which I think probably the base of this real car wouldn't probably show much because they probably do have something for like airflow underneath here that they, you know, it'd be almost flat under there anyway. Lens detailed for the headlights, very detailed interior, appropriate side view mirrors, which the side view mirrors, if you look at them real close, is probably the weak point of the casting because you can kind of see where they join, but that's being really nitpicky. The wheels and tires are crazy looking in person, but appropriate for the vehicle. Let's see if we can zoom in and actually get a better look at this. And I need to get a macro for this new phone so we can really take close looks at stuff. Let's see here if I can brighten that up just a little bit. That's probably looking crazy on camera, but anyway, you get the idea. It's extremely detailed. Normally I wouldn't like a roadster version of a Lamborghini, but in this case, I really kind of was curious to see how detailed that interior is. It is fantastic. So this car, I mean, that's that's ridiculous. Okay, so this car is available in a bunch of different colors. Here they are, so you can get it in blue. This is the one I got right here, and then you can get it in black and white. And then there is, I don't know if it's like a chase car or something, but it's not listed on here, and it's metallic red. Same casting, but it's in metallic red, and I think it's actually in the same series. I'm not sure, but I don't know if Kyosho really has chases per se, but I know it's kind of a lottery. Actually, no, these cars I think you actually will be able to see through the packaging. A lot of the times you can. It's kind of a lottery. You don't know what color you're going to actually get until you open it up. But there's one in metallic red that looks extremely ridiculous, and maybe I'll get it at some point because this thing is just so cool. That is really neat. That is really cool. I have a Sesto Elemento Kyosho, and that's really cool too, but wow. Okay, so we got to move on. We got to keep going because we got time. I could spend all day looking at those Kyosho, but let's take a look at this Greenlight 1989 Pontiac Firebird. Pinks series. I didn't get any of the other ones of this tooling out. I apologize about that, but it's just too bad. I'm not going to have time for it, so let's take a look at this one. And this is pretty cool, man. You got kind of skinny tires in the front and fat slicks in the back. Make it a drag racer. And let's see if we can zoom in here. WeRaceHardcore.com. That's a great version of this car. It really is. And you know what? Now I have to go grab another one. So just hang on one second. I apologize. Take a look at that. Might as well grab the plain black one. Alright, so this is, and the base is really screwed up on this one, but so this is your plain Jane black version of it. This was in the Black Bandit series. The base is on crooked. Again, I don't know what the deal is with Greenlight and why that happens occasionally, but I wish there was a way for me to fix that. And I don't really know how to do it. But anyway, so here it is like that. And then here it is like this. Way different looking. Those wheels just give it such a different feel and a look. The graphics give it a different feel and a look. It's very nicely detailed. And this is older Greenlight. The base sticks out a little bit, but it doesn't nearly have that other issue. Number 3860, I don't know what that's out of. But I don't know, this is a really cool little casting. I like it. I really like it like this. And this kind of crazy, kind of souped up, whatever look with the slicks in the back. I think it's awesome. All right, so that's really cool. And then this Greenlight, sticking with Greenlight, 78 Ford Mustang II King Cobra. This is a hobby exclusive. But you can get them, I think, very cheaply, $5 a piece, then plus shipping. So if you order a bunch of stuff from your favorite hobby dealer, you should be able to acquire it at not much cash. So that's nice. Yeah, that is pretty cool. The wheels on it are pretty awesome. Goodyear tires. The graphics are pretty cool. It's nicely detailed. You get painted taillights. This little wing here on the back is a separate piece. It's got painted detail on the front. The hood opens. Should open anyway. Ooh, it's stiff. Nervous. All right, so there's that. You can see underneath there. See the detail on the hood. King Cobra. It's got a very Bandit Trans Am kind of look to it, being black and gold, and having that hood graphic on there. It almost looks like a Firebird, but it's not. It's a snake and some other design. But you get what I'm talking about. This one's number 1623. I don't know what these are limited to, and I don't believe it says on the packaging. It does not. So doesn't really matter though, because it is really cool, and I am glad to add this Greenlight tooling to my Greenlight collection. Very cool. Very, very cool. So there is that. And let's move on. All right, so let's go into some Hot Wheels. Let's take a look at this 3-pack really quickly first, because we just want the one car out of it. You guys have seen the Maverick before. That's in here. Man, this one's going to be a pain to open it. You guys like to hear that ripping and tearing. So it's got this casting, which, like, no offense to fantasy casting people who defend these things or whatever, the power pipes, I won't even give this to my kid. Okay? I don't know. Don't consider that an insult. I won't even give it to my kid. I won't, because I get a thrill out of him naming real cars. So I actually don't give him any fantasy castings, because I like to hear him, you know, tell me that he's got a Datsun Bluebird, and I like to hear him tell me that he's got a Datsun truck and a Pontiac Firebird. It's fun to hear a 2-year-old, you know, say that stuff. So this will, I don't know what's going to happen to this. This will get thrown in a bag and used on the 6-lane raceway eventually when we start racing cars. So there's that. And then, of course, this guy here. Nice casting. New casting for 2018. There it is. You got plastic base, of course. Custom Ford Maverick. Nice casting. Seen it before. And then this Veneno with a roof. So let's take a look at Kyosho. Is likely going to be scale accurate or pretty close. Let's see how Kyosho looks compared to this. They are really close actually in dimension. The Kyosho is slightly larger. Height wise, they're almost right on. So I'm going to say that Hot Wheels did a good job on making this one almost 1/64 scale. I mean, of course, you can't compete with the amount of detail. But I mean, it's a little bit slightly different car too. But what you get for the dollar on this casting, I think is pretty good. And I think they did a pretty good job of getting the angles correct on it and all that stuff when you take a look at this one. Obviously, this one's crazy awesome compared to it. But it is, you know, 17 times more expensive-ish. So, yeah, but still really cool. Still really cool to get this little multi-pack. So this is a multi-pack exclusive. The only way you can get this color Veneno right now is in a multi-pack. So there you go. There's that. And then next up, we're going to just, I'll show you this real quick. Here's that Air JNC Surf Patrol 71 Datsun Bluebird 510 wagon. Oh, it's got some weird stuff going on right there too. So, Air collectors, if you want to trade something for this, I'm definitely open to it because I don't need it. So there's that. And then we'll look at these two real quick. Stars and Stripes series. Here's the 67 Pontiac GTO. Nice card art on these. Almost picked up the whole series. These things are $214 though. And I'm not a carded collector. and they're not really, I mean, the tampo work is nice, don't get me wrong, it definitely is nicely done, and a lot of these have really nice details on them, like they're not, like the tampo work looks really good. This is not lined up 100% here on the hood, but most of them, the tampo work looks really good. But you still get plastic wheels, plastic base, and a metal body, so it's still like a mainline construction. So aside, I would think, from the special tampo attention, it's a mainline car. So there's that. And then next up, we got the 1977 Pontiac Firebird. This is an awesome casting. Glad to see it. This is the one I was really excited about to see in the series. Pretty cool tampos on it. Again, metal body, plastic base. But very nice indeed. Love that Trans Am. That's an awesome one. Looks a little squished flat, but still, they did a good job with it. I like it. So there's that. And then we only got a couple more to go here, guys. I guess we'll save the Super for last. Why not? Let's take a look at this gold Camaro. Now, this gold Camaro, when I first saw it, I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Gold Camaro. Gotta have it. This is the old 67 Camaro casting. This casting's been around for a long time. The disappointment with it, however, is the body is plastic. It's the color shifter tooling. So it's got a metal base and a plastic body. So, of course, no opening hood. So, of course, there's a version of this metal body opening hood. There's a version of this metal body closed hood. And there's a version of it plastic body, metal base, because it was released in color shifters a bunch of times. But here it is in the metallic gold. Yes, I know. In order to do this metallic gold and do it in an affordable fashion, it would have to be done on plastic. And that's just the reality of it. And these are, what, $1 or $2 car or whatever. But, and then they made this one the Chase, so I guess that's pretty cool. But it's nice to have in the collection, even though it, I mean, it looks like a metal body, but it's not. It's a plastic. It's plastic. It's a plastic car. So, would have been way extra cool if they would have gave it a metal body and still gave it this metallic gold, but not cost effective. So there's that. And next we got Jaguar Speed Machine, Jaguar XJ220. This thing, this card on this is mint as can be. And now it is open. This is my only Speed Machine in my collection, actually. These are pretty cool. They were basic plastic body metal bases, but they'd have these kind of cool, like co-molded wheels is what they look like. And they're really neat. And they also had those little red painted pins, tampoed axles or whatever, painted axles, which are in this series quite a bit. And that's really cool. I guess they're supposed to be fast on a track. I don't know. But awesome to have this Jaguar XJ220 and add this to the collection. It's great. And the green is appropriate color for this car for sure. Got that British racing green. So very, very awesome. Very, very awesome to have that. Digging it, digging it, digging it, digging it, digging it. All right, so then the grand finale, and I'm sorry I made you guys wait so long for this, and maybe you just fast forwarded, who knows. But we'll take this thing out. Pink truck. Pretty cool, right? Meant to look like it's got some patina on it. Pretty nice little Chevy truck. But then this super treasure hunt. Look at that. Even the wheel choice, I think, just makes it look nice and lower in comparison even to the regular. That is awesome, dude. Still got the patina on it, but they just made it like a scratchy kind of light pink. So it's like a weathered Spectraflame pink. I don't know, man. This looks really good. And the other kind of variation, which is kind of neat on it, they gave it a black interior and base, and also a darkened window. So they made some differences here that are really kind of neat. So black base, black interior, darkened window. I think this one, does this one have a, yeah, this one is not black interior. This one is gray interior, gray base, They got that green in the tampo, so they did some definite changes. And of course, this has tampos too on the roof, another surface. I really like what they did with this one. I gotta be honest, wasn't really excited about it. Now that I have it in my collection, I really like it. I think it looks awesome. So that is it. Hot Wheels, stripes and letters. Yeah. So that's going to be it for this episode. So again, another long one. I can't avoid it. It's just they're always going to be long like this. Even if I take some stuff out of it like I did this week. So this was just a great week for Diecast, guys. It just was. And fantastic to find those. But I am really excited about adding this, taking some cool pictures of it. And the other two Kyoshos too, for that matter. So awesome stuff, guys. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.